Hey everybody, Stam here, and welcome back to Hardcore Minecraft. In the previous episode, we built the first part of a Dwarven-inspired city. In today's episode, we will be conquering the underground world by building not only a quarry, but a massive forge too. Not only will this build look amazing, I want to make it functional by including a super smelter, a dripstone farm, and other automatic farms based around mining. The forge will also make it possible to craft the most powerful tools and armor in Minecraft. If you are as excited as I am for this episode, please leave a like and be sure to subscribe to not miss an episode. But without further ado, let's get into the episode. We have so much stuff to do today, but the first thing that we have to fix is the villagers. Currently our tools are lacking one crucial enchantment, which is mending. And the easiest and one of the only ways to get mending is from villagers. There we go. Now we have to kill one of those. I feel like finding some brown mushrooms really shouldn't take me 20 minutes, but it did. And yeah, well, we have them now at least. So let's try this. Do we need it? No, it doesn't seem like it. Okay, good. While that is brewing, let's see if we have any apples. Yes, we do. We're gonna need 2 of those. Oh, and actually we have a golden apple. So we're only gonna be needing 1. And a little bit of gold. And that is done. Perfect. So let's take those out. And let's brew another set that we can use later on. And I think we're only gonna be needing 1 of these right now. So let's see. If we just throw this one right here. Perfect. Now they're both curing. Not only that, but we're curing our first villagers on day 100 of this world. We just hit it. And oh, that is amazing. Day 100. Right now, the playtime that I have in this world is... Where is it? There it is. It's over 24 hours now that I've spent in this world. I'm gonna skip the process of building the actual village breeder as I don't want to bore you, since I had some issues getting it to work and it took some time. Hello, zombie. Do you want to pick this up? No, I don't think you can pick items up. Oh, and I have thorns. Oops. And you're stuck. Hehe. And you're gonna be named George. Hi, George. And instead of only being able to cure 1 villager at a time, I want this to be able to cure 3 villagers with just 1 weakness potion. And in total, it's gonna be able to house 6 villagers. It becomes a little bit too cramped if we're gonna have all the 6 villagers, so I think I'm gonna just settle with 3. But we can at least cure them with only 1 potion. Oh my god, finally! I had to move it all. I had to move it from one side to the other one because, I don't know, they weren't really accessing the beds with the, with not being able to stand on them. But the first villager, he's here. And we kind of just have to wait for 2 more and for them to grow up as well so we can test the rest of the machine out. But that's probably gonna take, hopefully it doesn't take another 40 minutes. Yeah, you don't want to be a librarian again? I hate villagers. I hate them so much. Oh, it's working. I think it's working. Oh, mending. Let's go. And pop, one of them. Fed falling. Yes. Oh, I don't have enough emeralds for that. Oh, and I can't get emeralds from... I can't get emeralds from you, though. And fed falling 4. Perfect. Bye-bye. I guess I can give you your electric back. Bye. Okay, let's add the feather falling on a clean boots. I know it's a little bit of a waste, but I don't really want blast protection on my boots. So, feather falling. Yes. I actually feel like I'm not gonna die now when I'm building on heights because, oh my god, feather falling is definitely one of the best enchantments in the game for not dying. That has to be enough suffering with villagers for today's episode, because we have all we need. We have our mending books and our feather falling, so let's get started with today's project. To get this build started, I prepared the area by removing all the pointed dripstone and extended the deep slate container wall. I continued by adding in the cobblestone road and marking out the area for the quarry. Alright, so after adding in this cobblestone foundation as well with these deep slate walls that we have over here, I want to start working on the main part of this project. Now, the next step in our project is to add the cauldron filled with lava that is going to be powering this whole mining operation. And the plan is to add it at this dripstone pillar right here. So we have to get to work mining it away. At least parts of it. This cauldron and its lava will be the heart of the Dwarven Empire, allowing it to produce metals and stone of various types. But in order for us to forge all of these metals, we're going to need an anvil. So I want to level this dripstone or this dripstone pillar down a little bit more, and then I want to make some kind of symbolic way up there. That's a weird word. Maybe shouldn't have used that. I don't know. But I want to make an anvil under the cauldron, and then I want to have some pipes and stuff that can leave lava there if you need to heat something up, and I think it's gonna look amazing. So I think we have to beat this mount or this dripstone pillar down a bit more to around maybe this layer right here, and then I'll get working on an anvil design that we can use there. I was a little bit scared of designing this anvil, so I kind of put it off a little bit, but using the Lightmatica that I just made in the creative world here, let's just go ahead and build it up and I'll show you what I came up with. Alright, just gonna add the finishing touches with a little bit of a clock there. I don't know what that symbolizes, but I tried out a compass, a lot of different things, and the clock worked the best, so that's what I'm gonna keep. But oh my god, I'm really happy with this anvil design. And I stopped getting attacked by zombies. But we have so much to do in this project, but now that we have the two most crucial parts to it, being the anvil, which we in the future will be using to create our netherite gear, and the lava that sources the entire Dwarven kingdom, we need to work on the rest. And there's quite a lot to do. To finish the anvil off, I added a stone brick floor with a deep slate border, adding in a staircase and some pointed dripstone for detail, and the anvil is done. I messed up yet again. And this time a little bit more than last. I was basically done recording for this episode when I accidentally deleted about 10 hours of footage. Now, luckily I still have 2 time lapses and I have more time to set up some of the farms. So maybe this worked out for the better, and let's jump back into Minecraft. Well, I'm a little bit sad. I accidentally deleted all that footage, but at least we have time to make the stuff that I probably will have to put off for the next episode. I did a few different things during that deleted footage. One of the things is that I mentioned that I changed my skin. It's nothing big, just changed it to a little bit more of a steampunk vibe instead of the Viking one. For what I actually did building-wise, I did quite a lot. Now, while those hours are not spent just building, it is still a decent amount of that time was spent building. And I built up this smeltery, which is still not done because I still need to add some details, such as item frames to show pressures, but I still need to add some tubes that are going out from this building, some wires, and just making it look like there's a little bit more happening, because inside here, we are going to build our smeltery. And yeah, we haven't got to that. But at least now we have the time that I deleted all that footage. Another thing I did was to build up this crane along with the system that allows this crane to operate. And the system is just a boiler, is what I'm going to call it. I don't know if that's actually what boilers do, but I say boiler now. It's being powered by this lava from the cauldron, and it's powering this belt right here that spins it and allows us to operate the crane. You've seen the quarry from the time lapses. I've just added in some minor details in here, like some fences, some ladders. And another thing that you saw is this area right here, and this is going to be our storage room for underground items. Now, I'm not sure if I ever mentioned how I want to build my storage areas, but I want them divided into their environments. So for the underground here, it makes sense to have like stone, ores, stuff that you would find underground, basically. And in the future, we'll build separate areas for stuff like wood, farms, and nether eventually as well. But what I want to do now is to get work on some villagers. And just like the storage system, I want to have these villagers spread out. And in the cave here, I want to have some masons, as they mostly provide with you with stone types. So I thought it would make the most sense to have some masons here. Now, this place looks a little bit dull. It doesn't really look like a house on the inside, does it? So that's the first order of business. Clean this up and move about 10 to 20 villagers up here. Yeah, 10 to 20. This is probably gonna take a while, and I don't really like villagers. The first order of business was to get a bunch of apples in order to cure the villagers. After shopping oak trees for around 30 minutes, I realized that stonemasons' trades already cost 1 emerald, so curing them would be a waste of time and resources. I gathered up some wood and sandstone and created a minecart track going from the villager breather all the way to the house. Building up a simple interior on the inside using the spruce and sandstone we gather up. And finishing it off by transporting over 10 villagers and also struggling to turn them into masons. Villagers really are a pain. Alright, we have a few masons now, about 10, and we got a little Harry Potter here under the stairs. So let me tell you guys, they were a pain to set up because they were trying to pathfind to these grindstones right here. So I had to remove all of those, all the barrels in the house for them to actually take their jobs. And it was a little bit painful, but at least they all have their jobs now. And I gotta work on leveling them up so I can actually use them. But now we can get bricks, and I don't really know what more, but there's probably something more. So let's go down using the minecart, because minecarts are fun. So I have quite a few villagers. There's probably about 60 in there. So I turned off the breather, and I might need to kill some of these at some point. Anyways, before we get to decorating the last parts of this build, I want to build the farms. And I have 3 in mind right now, and 2 more that I want to add in the future, but 3 that I want to build in this video. The first one being a dripstone farm right in here, because it's a dripstone cave, makes sense. We're not going to have the item collection system over here. We're going to have them all in our main storage, obviously, so we don't have to walk around. I want to build the smelter, or the super smelter, right in here. And I want a place for the stone farm as well, which I'm not really sure where. But I have quite a lot of materials to gather up, so let's get to that. Alright, I think we have everything. So this right here is our super smelter. A few hoppers, just a few. And this here is our stone farm as well as the dripstone farm. I kind of accidentally put them in the same chest, so. I'm missing a few items for the dripstone farm, but I don't really know what size I want for it yet. So I'll figure that out once I get there. But I need one more thing for the stone farm, and that is a coral reef, because I need a bubble coral fan to make a TNT duper. Yes, I was correct. So it's a lukewarm ocean right at the mangrove swamp, and luckily we have a portal here, so I don't have to walk the thousands of blocks to get here. Now, I've explored that way a little bit, and I didn't find a coral reef last time I did, so we're gonna go this one, and we'll see if we can find one. Oh, that is amazing. Yes, we found one. That wasn't actually too far, only a few thousand blocks. And oh, no way. No, there's no way there's a mesa here too. And the desert. Oh my god. Yes. Alright, let's grab what we need. Think this is what I need? One of these? No. Oh, this is just perfect. 3 biomes that I've been looking for. Well, this one I just started looking for now, but these 2? Oh, that is amazing. farm building is complete. I have now been building farms for about 4 hours, if not even more than that, if you include the slime farm. And to say that I have dug a lot is an understatement. I have one chest of stone right here. I got another one that's almost full right here. And I have this one right here. If we look at our statistics, we have dug 22,000 stone blocks. And I don't think I had more than 2,000 when this episode started. But we're not done just yet. I still have some final decorations to get going, and I need to get some beeswax because that's supposed to be not oxidized. Well, some parts maybe. But we need to finish up decorating this area. And I was hoping that I was going to be able to finish up the storage area today too. But I think I'm going to have to postpone that for the next episode. And, oh, you heard the dripstone farm working. Before we go ahead and start decorating, I just want to show off the farms that we built. So this is the stone farm that I decided to go with. It makes about 12,000 stone an hour, which is okay for a single player. And I don't think I'm going to be needing that much stone anyways. But I absolutely love this design. I've used it before. And I was going to make one that makes like 120,000. But I thought that would be a little bit overkill. And here is the dripstone farm. So it's quite small actually. But I think this will be fine. If we're in the area, it's going to be running constantly. And I think this will work. Now, all the links to all of these farms and their creators will be in the description if you want to check out the farms and support their content. To finish this project up, I continued the custom rail tracks using barrels and some rails. I then had to venture out of the cave to capture a few cows in order to supply me with leather. Instead of using normal minecarts to transport around our goods, I found this minecart design by Average Tuna, and I will have a link to their Instagram in the description below. Finally, I finished up the smeltery building by adding in some minor details using levers and some chains. And I think we are done with today's project. Before we end off, let's just do a quick recap on what we've done today. We have extended our Dwarven city into its mining area. We have added in a quarry with a crane. And in the next episode, we will be finishing up the quarry with adding some small details such as texturing and a little bit of a secret down at the bottom here. We've also built the two main features of this Dwarven Empire, which is the cauldron and the anvil, which will allow us to create our netherite tools. We have started building our storage area for the underground, and we will be finishing this off in the next episode. And the next episode I hope to get out within a week of this one being released. We explored a new style of building in this cave here, which is not super Dwarven inspired maybe, but it is housing our villagers. And I absolutely love how this build turned out. I'm sorry for the wait for this episode, and I hope you still enjoyed the video and still enjoyed all the building, even though my mishaps of deleting a bunch of footage. But in the end, I think it worked out, and we got a little bit more done than I think we would have otherwise. In the next episode, we will be making a netherite armor, and we will be finishing our storage area, as well as finishing up the quarry, and some other smaller things. But we won't be done with this cave transformation, as I still want to build the main piece. And yes, this is the main piece of the Dwarven Empire, but the main piece of this cave is going to be placed right here. And without spoiling anything, I think it's going to be an amazing build. So thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.